Darkness and light collide. Two flames burn eternal. From the sacred halls of Freemasonry to the roaring highways of the widow's sons comes a brotherhood forged in truth, honor, and fire. This is no ordinary podcast. This is the voice of the craft, reminding you that the sun never sets on the widow's sons. From the heartland of America, welcome to the Two Burning Tapers podcasts with your hosts, Skittles and Gilligan.
Welcome to Two Burning Tapers. This is your hostess of the mostest with Skittles as my co-host or host, who I don't know who's the hostess or the hostess. But where are we going from here, buddy? Welcome. I am sitting in fucking lovely Louisiana, and I've been murdering that all day. I've been trying to say I'm sitting here in Illinois, and I don't know why. I and L don't belong in the same fucking sentence, and we're sitting here in Louisiana for the rally, and I'm so excited just to be here, brother. Like, good times about to happen for two solid days, brother. 2 solid days. I can't wait. How's the weather up north? I would guarantee that weather is fucking cold as fuck. It's warm down here, brother. Warm down here.
It is horrible here, horribly cold. You know, I just got back from Las Vegas where I was sitting poolside, and this sucks. I wish I was south with you.
Yeah, I know. I'll say you're missing it, brother. You're missing it. I know you had a full week of SEMA. One of them things that one of these days I'm gonna have you shove me in your suitcase so I can go along with you and see you there at SEMA and see all the builds, the contacts with all the little guys that say, "Hey, look, I can make this wiring harness for like this amount of money." Like, those contacts are fucking fantastic. You're gonna have to take me one day, brother. You're gonna have to take me.
Yep, it's fun. It's amazing. That show is incredible. Everything you see there, they're doing burnouts all the time and drifting and all the coolest cars and builders. And another thing was I reached out and said, "Hey, is there any brothers in Las Vegas?" And I was blown away with the amount of gentlemen, good brothers that were wanting to meet up with me. And unfortunately, I did not allow myself to have the time to meet up with any of those wonderful brothers. But man, I was just blown away with how many brothers were wanting to link up and grab lunch or dinner or something. So it was very nice of the Las Vegas Widow Sons.
Buddy, I say the same thing happened when I went to Arizona. Like, a week before I went to Arizona, I put a post in what's happening in Arizona. I was like, "Hey, I'm coming out." Everybody reached out. I was like, "Hey, you get in town, you start hollering at us." Man, I got in town. Life started getting busy. And then by the time I realized it, I'm like, fuck, I got to fly home tomorrow on the plane. And I didn't get a chance to see any of the brothers. But I did get to see one. I got to see One-Eyed Rick because he was in the hospital. So that's definitely one I wasn't going to pass up. It's not. It's a little weird not seeing him here in See, there I did again. Louisiana Rally. Romp in the Swamp is what I want to call it right now. So that way I remember it.
There you go, the Romp in the Swamp. So,
but
brother,
yeah, man,
I'm so jealous of you in Louisiana right now. You got to give me some details. Me not being there, like, paint this out for me. What's it like? Tell me everything you can about it.
All right. So they're doing it at their adventure park, which used to be Yogi Bear National Park. You first pull in, you see the food trucks up on the left. You see the big old Louisiana Rally, like, it looks like a cool ass voodoo dude sitting on a motorcycle, big ass sign. You see a bunch of bikers off and bikes fly for miles down the aisle going up to the pavilion.
Really?
You got a bunch of vendors. Yeah, right now, man, they got a big ass band going off right now. Like, it's loud. If I was outside the car right now, you'd be hearing that band. I had to drive about a mile away so that way you couldn't hear the band and I could actually hear you on this podcast tonight.
That's cool, man. That's awesome.
A lot of brotherly love going on right now. Everybody's seeing themselves, introducing themselves. Candidates are running around introducing themselves, getting their names known. You know how that brotherly love happens. It's Friday night, man. Everybody's partying tonight.
Yeah, awesome, man. Uh, so
Good
big
times,
group
good
of people,
times.
you'd say, and like, how do you think it compares to other rallies?
It's a great rally, great rally. We just had some jambalaya, a big old vat
Nice.
of jambalaya, brother. They, they had this thing. I had to learn the word crackling. I didn't know what the hell
Yeah.
that was. Um, and they were like crackling. I was like, okay, you're saying the word again, but I don't know what that is.
Mhm.
Fried pigskin, son. Fried
Oh,
pigskin.
okay.
I tell you what, I put that shit in my mouth.
Yeah.
Fantastic. I was like, "Ain't that fucking pork rinds?" They're like, "No, no, it's not pork rinds." So I'm like, "Okay, okay." But buddy, I'm telling you, the
That's
host
awesome.
here,
Yeah.
Louisiana Rally, it's fantastic, brother. Fantastic. They're partying right now in the pavilion with the live band.
Mhm.
It's awesome, buddy. It's awesome. We wish you were here. Everybody's asking, "Where's Skittles? Where's the other half of
Amen.
two burning tapers?" I was like, "Well, he had that SEMA landed Thursday night, so there's not really much you can do. He's about like what are you 14 hours from there right now,
Yep,
somewhere around there.
14 hours away, and I just landed here, yesterday, so yeah, I'm beat. I need to be home with my wife.
Right. Nice, nice. I was saying, my old lady just sent me a text message and said, "There's a whole crew right now trying to search for me on my podcast, trying to find me right
That's
now
that's
here at Louisiana
hilarious.
Rally, trying to bum rush this podcast, buddies." So I'm
That's
telling you,
awesome.
y'all are watching right now, or y'all be watching next week, and I'm gonna be like, "Ha ha, come find Waldo. You ain't gonna
Yeah.
find me."
Well, it'll be funny if halfway through the podcast, people just hop into your
uh,
car and join.
I know, but I'm gonna be like, "Wait, what? Whoa, where'd y'all come from?" Because I did tell them, I was like, "Y'all are gonna have to come find me," because I started getting phone calls for some safety meetings and stuff, and they're like, "Hey, where you at?" I'm like, "Well, I'm getting ready to start my podcast," and they're like, "Yeah, where you at?" I'm like, "I'm in my car." They're like, "Where you at?" I'm like, "I'm in the back. Come find me."
That's awesome,
You know, a
man.
brother would find you in the dark. Legitimately, a brother would find you in the dark.
Yeah.
So
Well,
what we
alright,
gonna get into on this podcast there,
yeah,
brother Skittles?
exactly. Thank you, brother. So something you and I were kinda just casually discussing earlier this week was, um, what are things you can wear as a widow's son? What should you wear as a widow's son? And kinda we're kinda talking patches here, different symbols, signs, and maybe we should start off kinda at the beginning, like, maybe even before you're a widow's son. Or where do you wanna start
Mhm.
off on this one? You wanna start off as a master mason, as a branded brother, what you should be wearing, or do you wanna start off at the beginning?
Oh, well, I would say let's start off way let's start ourselves off from the beginning because as an entered apprentice or as a newly initiated master mason, or excuse me, as a mason, you come into the lodge and you're told that you're not able to wear certain medallia because you just don't know what it is or what the meaning of that is. And then when you become a master mason, you're capable of wearing those things,
Mhm,
which is fine. And then some lodges will allow you to wear those symbols when you become an entered apprentice, because at that point you are a brother. You
mhm.
have started your ascent. I said that correctly, I do believe.
Yeah, you did.
Ascent to the master mason uh, to make it to a master mason. So the symbols are there in front of you, and you learn what the symbol was, but you didn't know the entire meaning of that symbol. Um, does that mean you can't wear it? Nah. In my opinion, no, as long as you know what it means at that moment. So if you're wearing a square and compass and you know what that means to you at that moment, there's nothing wrong with wearing it. Uh, you may not be enlightened to what it actually means in total as a master mason, but does that mean you can't wear it? No, you're a mason in theory, or
Mm,
as we all say when you come in and you get your first initial degree work, we call you brother, right? So why at that moment can't you show the symbols of as a brother? So
Yeah, that's an interesting one. So, like, a unique one there that I'd like to bring up is I had a brother. He's actually the president of our chapter currently. But he
hmm
became a Mason. So he was an entered apprentice Mason. And during that
hmm
EA, he was shown the square and compass. And he learned what the square and compass was and was about, through that degree. And he was very excited, and I think somebody that really cared about him in his life, or somebody got him a Masonic ring with a square and compass on it for him to wear. And he went to go
yeah,
put it on, and
yeah,
I went, "Ooh, actually, you're not supposed to wear that." And he's like, "What? I was given the square and compass. Like, I know I can wear it." I'm like, "Well, so this is one of those unique Masonic things where, well, the square and compass changes throughout the degrees, So he had been shown an EA
right,
square and compass, but that ring obviously had a Master Mason's square and compass on it. Um, and I bring that up
right,
for
right.
the
So
thing
he
that
was
I think,
unaware of it, right?
yeah, yeah, he was just unaware, and it's fine. But I bring that story up as I want to talk about, maybe even start with before you're a Mason and what to wear, but support items. Um, I don't care if somebody wears a square and compass, me personally, but you have to be thinking if you're going to be selling support items of sorts, you need to
hmm
like heavily
hmm
think about, should that support item have a square and compass on it?
Correct, correct. Because I mean I've been to some rallies where you get a T-shirt, and a T-shirt has a square and compass on it, and it's also same shirt the ladies get. So
Yes, that's why I bring that
is
up.
it wrong?
Right.
Yeah, is it wrong? No. I mean, a square and compass and a trowel, as long as it's shown in the correct light. Um, I don't think it's wrong for a lady to wear it, or a brother that is an EA or a fellow craft, or even when they become Master Mason. I don't think it's wrong for them to wear it. We put it out there. I mean, they can go download it off the internet and make whatever shirt they want, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Or
Yeah,
they can go get whatever tattoo they want. I mean, you can't stop somebody from putting that on their on the shirt, or on their chest, or on their arm, or
mhm.
whatever. If they decide that's what they want to do, it may be a little stupid, a little naive, um,
Right.
but I mean, it is what it is. But you should be able to wear it, if you're supporting someone, right?
Yeah.
Right. If my daughters had one of my T-shirts on and running around with it, is someone going to say something about it?
Mhm.
I don't think so. Is it wrong? No. Now, if they're running around and they're wearing a ring and or a shirt and saying that they're a Freemason, and they're pretending to be one. It's like being a cop or something, or excuse me, pretending to be a police officer. Um, that should exist. I mean, I've seen Masons out, or supposable Masons out in
Mhm.
public before, and tried them, and they failed miserably, miserably.
Right.
But they were wearing
Right.
the Nagalia, and could I say anything to him other than make him kind of look a little stupid by asking him questions?
Yeah. Yeah, and so something I wanna add in here is, the how many widow sons out there has a square and compass on the back glass of their wife's car?
Ooh, well, I mean, my wife's pickup truck has the Masonic plate
Mhm.
because they're both in my name, so I got Masonic plates on both of them. So as my wife is driving down the road, someone could pull up next to her and think that she's a Mason. I
Well,
mean,
so
do they
here's
really know?
what's Well, here's what's unique about that is when the square and compass is on the car and it's a lady in there, you instantly go, "Oh, okay. That's a Mason's wife or woman or, lady in his life." Um,
Mm-hmm.
that's there so that, like, I'm just gonna, like I normally would always, like, take care of them, but, like, give a little extra help or double like, there's something more there. If they're pulled over on the side of the road, I know I can, like, approach the vehicle and feel a little safer, I would say. It's not a complete stranger. So what's the difference between that square and compass being on the back glass of the car versus, on your T-shirt or on your vest even?
Or what about a motorcycle?
Yeah, well, yeah, so
What if you're a master mason and what if you're a master mason and on your motorcycle you know some widow sons and you have a widow son's emblem on the back of your motorcycle? Is that wrong?
mm,
No. I mean, it could be support. You're
mhm.
supporting a widow son. I mean, as a master mason, are you a widow son? Or are you not a widow son just by being a master mason because we're a widow son of Hiram Biff, correct?
Yeah, so emblematically, I am the
Uh-huh.
widow's son. I embody and represent
Right?
the widow's son as a master mason.
You're right. Right. As a master mason. We just take it a little bit further. We just take it a little bit further as the widow sons. We embody it a little bit deeper and a little bit more uh not masonically, but a little bit more. I don't know how I'm trying to explain that because we just go way deeper than just the widow's son and the big what we hear in our Freemasonry.
Right, right. But as master masons, we are all representing the widow's son.
The widow son.
Yeah.
Correct. So at what point can you is it okay to put the widow sons on your motorcycle or car if you're showing support with just saying WS? Is that okay? Um,
Mhm.
I don't see WS being anything wrong. Um, wearing a square and compass as a master mason on your motorcycle, is that wrong? No. So where does it become a point where someone can tell you you can't have it or you can't wear it? Is that okay?
Yeah, and the other thing that goes back to that is, you know, who's the owner of that emblem? And I think I
Correct.
genuinely mean that. Like, who is the owner of that emblem? Is there an owner?
Right. Right.
Because to me, if you don't own
No.
something, you can't ask for it back.
Correct.
Yeah, does that make
Yeah,
sense?
you can't ask for it back if you don't own it. Yeah,
Yeah,
no, 100%. You can't ask for it back if you don't own it. It's like
right.
your uh uh the patches, our patches. We don't own them. Yeah, well, at least in our chapter, we don't own them. The chapter does. Some
Yes.
states, the state owns them, not the chapter. So
Right, right.
at what point? So those things are owned. So the
Right. Those
emblems and the
things,
symbols
yeah.
that we buy, right? Those things are owned by the chapter. The the patches are owned. The vest is owned by the individual, but the things you put on it is owned by the individuals minus the patches, right? That you put on the
Mhm.
back.
Yeah.
So at what point is it to us to say, "Hey, you can't wear that," or "You can't have that," um,
Yeah, you saying
especially
that out loud makes a
as
lot
a
of
hang
sense to
around.
me. That the
Uh-huh.
patches,
I mean,
that's
just
owned.
imagine if you correct. Those are owned. You don't own them.
Yeah,
I don't own them.
yeah,
I
yeah.
wear them.
Right.
Well, I guess I can say I rent them. I've rented them for a one-time fee, right?
Mhm.
So you run around a rally as a hang around or as a prospect or a probie whatever you want to call it, uh, and you go around and you get some at a rally, you get some Masonic regalia, as in like some Widow Sons things you can put on your car or things like that. Uh, just say that you decide that you want to just kind of hang out for a little while. Can anyone tell you to take those off? Like if you're not a widow son, is that something that they're going to tell you to take off your car? Because like say someone bought one for his wife and put a widow son's sticker on his wife's car. Is that okay? I mean,
Yeah.
she's not a
I
widow
mean,
son, but
no, but that's
can another brother tell her to take it off?
no, no, no. Yeah, you're right there because to me, if I see that, like if I see a Widow Son's sticker or emblem or whatever on a lady's car, that is telling me, oh, you're associated with the Widow Sons. Your support of the Widow Sons. You're a part of the Widow Son culture. And I really love and like that. So I think so all of that stuff's so obvious to me that like, yeah, like encourage you to do that. The question is, well, if you see somebody who's not a Widow Son wearing our our center patch, that's where I'd have a
Hmm.
problem.
Right. Our center patch, right? Because the chapter names and the top and bottom rockers kind of change, right? Per state, per chapter. But
Yeah,
what stays
right.
consistent the same is our center shot, right? And that is
Hmm.
owned.
Right, it's owned. And that's why I say something that's
It is
owned can be
it's
taken
owned.
away. But if it's not
Correct.
owned, then you can't
Correct.
take that away, right? Um, yeah.
Correct. I i.e. patch it, or excuse me, i.e. uh, a patch that someone got on the front of their vest, or something that they bought from a rally, or something that was given to somebody. Of say a hat that's a Widow Son's hat, or a support hat, or they got an emblem to put on the back of their bike or back of their car. No one could tell them to take it off, right? In theory, um, because
Or
it's
they
not owned.
shouldn't.
It was
Yeah,
given,
they
right?
shouldn't. Yeah.
They
I think it
should
would be
correct.
yeah,
They
it'd be an
shouldn't.
overstep. Yeah, you'd be overstepping, I think. Um,
Correct. Correct.
yeah, and that I would take that would put a bad taste in my mouth if somebody asked me to remove, a
Hmm.
Masonic emblem of some sorts, from my personal motorcycle or my wife's, car or, you name it. I'd kind of, I'd probably want to remove it after that, right?
Right. Yeah. Because you're kind of like, why? Like,
Hmm.
what's the point? Why are you telling me to remove it? I'm a master mason, right? So I'm
Hmm.
a widow son. I'm a uh, I I I can wear the emblem of a master mason.
Hmm.
So like, how far do you take it? Because
Yeah.
sometimes we all
Uh,
think that we think we own something when we don't.
right. Well, and I'm even thinking like, so I've had moments similar to yours where, man, pop culture is so funny. And like my generation, I've caught kids my age wearing Masonic square and compasses, and I'll try them, and I'll
Hmm.
very quickly find out that like uh, their grandmother is dead is like the answer to my questions. There's, and I'm just like, oh, okay,
Oh,
and
okay, okay,
and
okay.
and so I'll just be like, oh, so you're wearing that and you're not a Mason, and they're like, yeah, like I got it at PAX Sun and thought it was real cool. In that moment, I always just go,
Right.
"Okay." I never once when I was in public seeing a non-Mason wear a square and compass, I never thought or ever said, "Well, you really should take that off." Like, "Hey, you really don't deserve to wear that." I just go, "Okay, whatever."
Yeah. Believe your falsehoods, or say whatever you would like to say, because you're not a Mason.
Yeah, like that person just doesn't know, and I don't know. It's just such. I think it's such low hanging fruit. I just don't care about that. It just doesn't matter
Mhm.
to me.
Mhm. Right, right. No, I agree with you on that one. It's a double-edged sword there, bud. It's like you want everything screaming at you to be like, "Hey, no, say something," but then at the same time, you're just like, "It's not worth it." It's not worth
Mhm.
the energy to you already showed them that by talking to them, you already showed them that you know that they're not a Mason. So why fake it and why spend the time of trying to teach them because they don't care. They were just trying to falsely be somebody that they weren't. And that goes for someone that is a Mason that's trying to take a seat as a president or vice president or something of those natures, and you have a hidden agenda or something of that nature. You shouldn't be there. Shouldn't be there. That's still the same thing as uh, trying to be false. Don't do
Yeah.
it.
Well, so
Just
the other
walk
thing
away.
I'm thinking
Leave.
about as you're saying this is like, so what do our laws, our bylaws say about this subject matter? And I think we should really look towards that when we want light on this subject. And so I want to point out some things. First off, like, so bumper stickers, t shirts, stuff of that nature, there's not bylaws on it. Maybe your individual chapter has, but I know state of Illinois, there's not bylaws on it. So, in and that of itself can tell you something. Now, let's talk about what we do have bylaws on. We have very specific bylaws on what is on our back. For us, it's our back patches there.
Correct. Correct.
And then there's very specific
Hmm.
bylaws and verbiage, or at least when you're the vest presentation, there's very specific
Correct.
verbiage on the front of your vest on what can be there, and it pretty much says, "Hey, you own
Yep.
the front. Don't be disrespectful, right? Have good light."
Correct.
Um, which I don't even know how we want to tackle this subject, or if we even want to say it online or not. But um, we have had people comment on here about some front patches that to some people they might not love, and to others they might,
Right. Right.
like, so, like, I guess something I could think of is if you're taking a political view on something, like, red state, blue state, left or right, um, you could put that on the front of your vest. I have no problem with it. But somebody could say, "Hey, uh, I don't think I don't like that." Well, that's your opinion.
Right.
I don't know where I was going with that, by the way.
Oh, I'm following with you. Like you put something on your front of your vest, and is it the same thing? Is it okay for someone to tell you you can't have that on the front of your vest?
Oh, that's
Like
where I was going with
legitimately,
it.
like is yeah, yeah, yeah. There, you got a patch. Is there a certain patch that you can't wear? Because we say we can put whatever we want, minus something that's going to be offensive to something like your mother or your church or
Mhm.
something of that nature. But depends on your church. Depends on your mother. Like some
Yeah,
things that I can say in front of my mother, some people wouldn't say in front of their mother. But I have a
right.
different mother than others.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, some things I wouldn't say in front of your mother, even though she's my
Mhm.
mother from another brother.
Mhm. Yeah. That was very well said.
So, yeah, you don't know. It's because
Mhm.
somebody's opinion, it may piss them off, or they might be upset because of something that you have on the front of it. So, I say be tasteful, and if you do put something on there, and it is something of a hot topic or a hot button for someone of a different mindset, which as Masons we're supposed to be pretty close to the same mindset.
Mhm.
Um, just know that someone's going to call it out, and you've got to be prepared for that. And if you're not prepared for that, and you don't have a good explanation for why you have that Masonic symbol, or you have whatever that's on the front of your vest. You better be prepared to explain what it is or
Yeah.
why it's there, because the explanation might give the difference between the way somebody views you. Because we're in a society nowadays, people read the cover and they think that's the whole story, not
Right.
the chapters within the book.
Yep. Yeah, I love that.
So it's
I love what you said there because um, one of the things that that you kind of pointed out and said there that I think is really important is, well, we need to have conversation about it. This is a topic of one to
mhm,
have conversation. I think what me and you are kind of echoing tonight is there's not like a this one guy, it's a yes or no and he knows it and he's in charge of it. Where we're kind of like, no, actually, like, number one, you don't own it, so don't touch it. If you don't own it, don't touch it, and
correct,
you can't remove it. And then number two, how about we have the approach of let's have
correct,
conversation. Let's talk about it. Because that's the biggest thing about this podcast that you and I really care about is we want to talk about it. And like the opinion I have today, I'm not held to. And I would love I like talking to you about you've changed a lot of my opinions and vice versa, and that's what conversation is really about. And
correct.
as Masons, we really need to hold true to the freedom of speech. I mean, that is just like that is should be ingrained in every Mason that we need to hold dear to freedom of speech. Um,
Right.
yeah, I don't know where I was going after that, but it felt good.
You're having one of my weeks like last week where I was just like, but yeah, you're going on that freedom of speech, because the thing about lodge is you can sit in lodge and you can freely speak your opinion in lodge,
Mhm.
and we can all have an opinion, and by the time we're done, we can all have we can have a vote, we can have
Mhm.
a conversation, and we can all agree, or we can all disagree to agree. Like, it's simple. I like to call it KISS. Keep it simple, stupid. Like, it's simple. Just keep it simple.
Yeah.
And when you
Yeah.
you get into the lodge, you start getting in. Go ahead.
So I was going to bring up a hot topic, and it kind of goes with this whole like we started with can you have a sticker on your wife's car, right? And then can you have a sticker on your motorcycle? Can you
Right,
have a certain patch on your vest, right? That gets a little closer to home. Well,
right.
all right. Let me bring up the darkest, deepest. This is the dirty secret of the widow sons and Freemasonry, and I'm going to say it out loud. What can you get tattooed?
Ooh, what can you get tattooed?
What can and
I mean,
can't you get tattooed?
if you go by our obligation, nothing.
Okay, well wait. Pause.
Like,
So I
it,
I I used
yeah,
I used
that's
to
why I stopped. That's why I
okay.
stopped.
Okay. So I used to be of the same opinion. Can I try to persuade you and change your thought there?
Yes,
Okay.
play
Okay.
that devil's advocate in
Okay, I'll
3, 2, 1, and go.
so the obligation. Ah, crap, man. I don't even want to start like that. Really, we should not write, print, paint, stamp, stencil, stain, cut, carve, engrave, or engrave, you know,
Hue, mark, engrave,
engrave.
inlay.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Kentucky and Illinois are a little different, so I always get them mixed up. But what does it go on to say? What does it go on to say there? Any of the secrets of Freemasonry. So the
Mhm.
secrets of
On anything
Freemasonry
movable or
are
immovable.
immovable, right? Any of the secrets in Freemasonry are not written in the blue book. Sometimes they're starred out. Sometimes they're not written because nobody can write them. You're not supposed to write them. Voldemort, right? But but
Right, right.
the square and compass, dude. That's I got a 30 by 30-foot square and compass on the front of my lodge. That's not a secret.
Yes.
So
Nope.
to
No,
me,
that's not a secret.
can cut, carve, hew, mark, engrave, whatever, do whatever you want with the square and compass. That can be put down anywhere.
Right.
Right? And so this
Oh,
ties back
okay.
to who can wear it, where can you put it, what can you do with it? Well, it's not a secret.
No, because when you pull into any town, what's the first thing you see over on the side? Like when you first pull in, you see all the clubs. You see the square and compass.
Exactly.
You see the lion head, or you see the VFW poster. You see the what is it? The I want to say Christians Coalition. The Knights of Christians, or whatever that is. Like you see those posts right as soon as you pull in town. You know
Yeah.
for sure they're there. So
Right.
I see what you're saying there. So the square and compass isn't the you can't write, print, paint, stamp, stain, carve, hew, bark, or inlay on them things, anything movable or immovable capable of receiving the least impression. Um, that thing is capable. You can show that because it's not, as you
Right.
say, it is not a secret. So I
Yeah.
do see how you could persuade me on that, because now the secret words, or the secret handshakes, or the
Yes. Moose again.
those things we don't write
Yes.
down.
Yeah, the secret moose handshake.
Those
I
things,
think you
the
cannot get
Chris,
that tattooed on your body. You cannot get the secret moose handshake tattooed on your body.
correct,
I think that's wrong.
correct, or the
Yeah.
words. You can't get
Or the
that tattooed
words.
on you.
Yeah. And you can't even
Yeah,
do it in
but by God, you can get
in
it.
sign language. I feel like I have to say that.
I would say you can get a square and compass tattooed on you.
Yeah,
Not a
because
problem. You can
if you
get
couldn't, then every time I see a square and compass on my lodge building, nobody's going, "Hey, who the heck marked or engraved that onto our building? We need to get that guy. Find that guy who did that. He's in trouble."
right.
We don't say that.
So
Yeah.
what if it was a W? What if it was a WS on the top of your building? Somebody gonna tell you take that down?
Well, so
Or even better, what if it wasn't a W? What what if it was a 2319?
yeah, to me,
I mean,
from where this topic started to going down to that, to me, you're just like you're talking about peanuts at this point now.
right.
It's not a
Back to
secret,
where
and
we
you
were
don't
from the
own it.
very
Exactly. Yep. Thank you.
right.
Thank you.
So back to the very beginning. You don't own it. You can't say or tell someone they can't have it. Right.
Right. Right.
I
Yeah,
like
and
I like the way you brought that up,
yeah. And
because
let me go for a
with
minute
the square
here.
and compass is something that you go for it.
Okay. So what I want to make sure and make very clear here is that we're not saying that those emblems, like you brought up the 2319, that's a fantastic one. I'm not saying that doesn't have deep meaning, because I assure you the
Meaning,
2319 has deep meaning in my heart. I really hold that near and dear. I know what it stands for. Um I have it it's marked and engraved on me, right? So I'm not
yes,
downplaying the worth or the value of the 2319. I think more what I'm trying to get across is, like, when I say I see somebody in public wearing a square and compass, and when I ask them how old their grandmother is, they say their grandma's dead. Um, I
yeah,
I just realize, I kind of look at them, I just go like, yeah, it just doesn't mean to you what it means to me, and it's not worth it. And I just don't own it, and so I'm going to continue and hold up my flag proudly, and I'm going to go plant it where it needs to be planted, right? I'm not going to go removing it from other people. That's all.
right. Plant it where it belongs, not take it from somebody else.
Yeah.
Even
Yeah.
even if you think you should take it from someone else because maybe they left your chapter, or maybe like you said, it was just some random ass patron you saw on the side of the road that maybe they bought a car. I would say I ran into this scenario once. Like one of my old chapter members sold a pickup truck. Forgot to remove the basically soft colors off of his back of his pickup truck.
Mm,
I was running around town. I saw that on the back of the truck, and it was an old lady driving it. Like when I say
right,
old lady, I was talking like 80s, old lady in the
right.
80s. Um, like
Yeah,
everything
and
in
that's
my
tough.
being, yeah, like everything in my being
It's
wanted to just
yeah,
go. I want to take a razor blade and remove it off the back of the truck. Um,
right.
but me as myself, to be honest with you, I did as the lady was getting into her vehicle, I did walk up to her and say, "Hey, ma'am, I don't know if you know this or not, but this sticker that you have on the back of your vehicle is a Masonic Riders Association, and that was a chapter that I was in from previous, and you know, you might want to remove that from your car. Not saying you have to, but that's just something that was from a motorcycle chapter that I was in from a long time ago, and uh, somebody might take that as the wrong way. So you can or not. Just wanted to give you that information. And the lady was like, I had no idea. I didn't know what it was. I just bought the truck a couple days ago. Um, and she was like, she was very thankful about it because she just didn't
Mm,
understand. So
yeah.
you can be polite, but you can't demand someone to take something off. Yeah,
Yeah,
no matter who it is.
and that's a really great I'm glad you did that. Gilligan, I always love how you handle, I don't know, intense what could be intense situations. When you talk normal, brother, you're horrible. You're just horrible to talk to. But when it's a big crazy situation, that's when you really shine. Cuz in that moment, I'm sure you wanted to or I know I would feel like, "Hey, that's mine. Like I'm taking that back."
Yeah,
Um but
I'm taking
yeah,
it
that's
off that bitch. That's
yeah,
my shit.
right. Right. Yeah, I totally get that. That's awesome, brother. Yeah, thanks for sharing that, man, because that's where I can understand the other side. Like, I get it. When I see false valor, I'm gonna use it Masonic false valor, right? I don't even know if that's a term, but when I see that out in the world, I wanna be like, "That's mine, give it back." But that's probably just not the best way to handle that situation.
Right. Right, I'm with you. You gotta be gentle on it. No matter who it is, no matter if it's someone that, hey, what if you just kick someone out? What if someone did some dumb shit and got themselves kicked out of your chapter? Like, how
Let's talk
far
about
do
that.
you go to take the stuff back? I'm just saying, like you could go get what is owned by the widow's
Mhm,
sons. Like
mhm,
that is widow's son's property. Like you as a widow's son that left, you should give it up, like without question, because you know it's not yours. If you fight and try to keep it, that's wrong. Like because you know it's not
mhm,
yours. But can we go as Masonic? Can we go just take it? No, not necessarily. Some can try.
mm.
Um,
Oh, I
like
like you
some
bringing
can
up, like,
try
as
at a certain
Masonic.
point.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
like,
Because I
staying
mean
Masonic about it.
we're
Yeah.
we're not in correct because we're not in motorcycle culture where we can just go take it. Because
Mm,
that's not how we conduct ourselves because we are Masons. There's a certain line that we can't cross, and someone has to kind of give that stuff up willingly, because that's not a Masonic thing to just go take it or abuse, go beat someone up and take it from them. That's just not us. So that
yeah.
goes for when you leave anything like. as we were saying from the beginning, when that person leaves the Widow's Sons, are you gonna go take their shit off the side of the truck? No, because they're still a Mason, right? What if they just decided to leave the Widow's Sons, but they still wanted to support and still show support by having little tags or things on their bike or on their car? We can't go take that.
Mm.
Period. That's not our. That's not ours. We don't own it.
Yeah. Well, and
I know
so
we've
yeah,
been beating that up quite a bit tonight.
and I'm not quite done with it. You know, you have a scenario where a gentleman thank you. You have a scenario where a gentleman just can't ride anymore. Um, you know, and maybe in his state there's not like retirement patches or something like that, and so he's no longer a widow's son. Hey man, that guy probably wants to keep wearing some soft colors or have a
Yeah.
2319 t-shirt or hat. You know, and that's a completely different scenario. But so when you were first talking about this, the youthful in me, Gilligan, I wanted to say something. I wanted to be like, you know what? If you're the sergeant at arms, you got to be prepared to go get those back patches if you have to. And and I love your verbiage on there. And this is just where the years you've been a Mason and a widow's son just shows so much light to me where you know you make the statement of like you know you can ask for him back and there's a line we're just never going to cross.
Yep. Correct.
And that's tough.
Now, if we were in a different, yeah, if we were in a different mindset, or if we were in a different culture, that would be a different answer.
Yeah. Yep. Would be. But we hold ourselves to a different or higher standard, however you want to word that,
Right.
you know.
It's-
It's
They,
tough.
we gotta keep it Masonically, just like in lodge. Just say your brother left the lodge, and demitted from the lodge. Are you gonna go take his lambskin apron?
You gonna ask for his Masonic ring back?
No,
You know that his
no,
grandfather's Masonic ring? Are you gonna be like, "Hey, give me your grandfather's Masonic ring back. I want that." I'm not.
no, no. You're not.
Yeah.
Uh-uh.
Keep it as a
So
memory. Put it in the scrapbook. I hope it reminds you of our brotherly love one day.
right, right. I mean, hell, you just say you got an apprentice that comes into your lodge, and he decides to leave after that brand, or excuse me, not brand, but after that degree. Um, we can't go take that knowledge from him,
Right.
right?
Right.
They have that knowledge. We can't take it. So the the square and compass is open. Like, if they want to go wear it, we can't take it. We can't tell them.
Yeah.
We could tell them they're idiots by trying them. It's just weird, man. It's a weird subject. Like,
It is. It's a tough
can
one to
you or can
navigate.
you not? What what can you wear? What can't you wear?
Mhm.
Um, like that's tough. Like,
Mhm.
I feel from your seam to seam, you don't wear shit anything on the back other than the Widow Sons that identifies who you are, and then
Yeah.
whatever you want on the front's yours. So wear what you think is comfortable in your area or your state or your providence, and if that's something that you would wear in front of your mother or your church.
Mhm. Um so can I point out something that I noticed? So I noticed something that we did not talk about tonight, and I'm fine with that. I probably don't want to get into it because it could change the outcome of some of this. But what we did not talk about is the brand and the wearing of the
Hmm.
brand, because that one I have seen marked or engraved before somebody was branded.
Oh yeah, as in
And
like a
again, we don't.
tattoo or
Yeah,
uh,
tattoo. Um, we don't have to get into that one, but because I don't want to, but I just thought that was funny that we talked about 2319, but we weren't going to get into the brand.
Right, right. Yeah, because that's a whole deep subject by itself. We could go a couple hours on that.
Yeah. Hey, brother. So we got a few more minutes on here, and I really don't want to pull you from the rally for too long. I want you to enjoy some of that brotherly love, and I know guys are trying to track you down right now. But what are some things you're excited
Buddy,
about?
I just got another.
Yeah.
I was gonna say
Go
I
ahead.
just got another text message from the old lady that Rooster said there's like 7 golf carts out right now on a search party looking for me on this podcast.
Oh, that's funny, dude. So what are some things? What are
they're
some things
they're
that you're
trying to
looking
dive
forward
in on the
to?
podcast.
Yeah. What are you looking forward to at the Louisiana
Thanks.
rally?
What I'm looking forward to was a little bit of that jambalaya gumbo, whatever they made this weekend, today. Um, Looking forward to seeing the brothers that I see at every single rally that I go to. There's the staples. I see the same people over and over again.
Yeah.
Um, my the reason why I come to rally, the most important and the reason why that brings me to rally every single time is to help brothers to receive the degree that they're asking for. The one, because not every degree is exactly the same for each candidate. I love being able to give them their own individual degree, even though they're all receiving the same degree.
Right.
That's
Yeah.
what brings me to rally, buddy.
Yeah.
Being able to see the before and the after.
Mhm. Yeah,
And
that's
also
something
the
you
brotherhood. As
yeah, the
I'll
brotherhood.
throw that vague brotherhood out.
Yeah.
The
That's something you
brotherhood.
are so good and amazing at, and why I watch you get invited to branding after branding is you are amazing at personalizing the degree to each individual brother and knowing what they need and what will put a lasting imprint or establish a milestone in their
Mhm.
life. And I've watched brothers' lives
Correct.
change after they've gone through your line. And me being
Mhm.
one of them, by the way. So say that with a heavy heart,
Yeah,
a big heart.
right, right, right. I've seen your life change from the beginning of Mr. Shawn fucking Parker to
Yeah,
the good old Skittles that you are today, my brother. Like,
I love it.
look at this podcast. Look at the people that are listening to this podcast, buddy. The compliments that we get for the things that we talk about, which is just shit that's on our hearts, shit that's
Yeah.
in our minds, and things that we've seen through the years of going to rallies. We would not
Mm,
have this experiences or the 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 time to sit here and talk for hours. But shit, we got 24 hours worth of time in podcast just to talk to each
that's
other
crazy.
about Freemasonry, and we're not talking about the same fucking subject over and over and over
Right.
again. It's something different every single time because of the experiences that we get to
Yeah.
have.
Yeah. Yep. I love that.
Yeah, buddy. I
Yeah, go ahead.
this is the last rally for me for the season, brother. Last rally for the
Yeah.
season. It's getting cold. I don't like that because it feels like sometimes we kind of winter is kind of like that shutdown where we don't
Mm,
get out and get to see each other, or we don't get to go to rallies unless you go to a rally in a country that's still fucking warm. Because in the United States, we kind of hibernate, right? We kind of be little
a little bit.
bears. We go a little dark as a with the suns.
Yep.
Little weird. Maybe we'll touch on that subject next week. What can we do? What can we do in the winter to keep ourselves healthy and thriving as a Widows Fund chapter? Because we're not out riding and we're not out showing that light.
Yeah.
So think about that. Think
Yeah, I
about that.
like that.
Maybe throw some comments out there and give us some content to think about as winter activities as a Winnisa, if that makes sense.
Yeah, when the salt trucks are out, how do the widow's sons still get out? You know, how do you have a healthy chapter when there's salt trucks out?
How do you stay together? How do you keep that? How do you keep that retention with your brothers and not lose 2 or 3 months of, because us Northerners, we don't we have a 3 to 4 month no riding period because it's so fucking cold that we
Mm-hmm.
can't ride, or there's snow on
Yeah.
the ground and we just got to go ride snowmobiles instead.
Yep. Yeah, and for
Fun
everybody
times,
listening,
fun
by the
times.
way, when we say no riding, we definitely mean like uh, there's still days in there we get our bikes out. I know there's like every December we get our bikes out at some point in December, but when the salt trucks are
Yeah, oh
out,
yeah,
my bike's in the stables. Hey man, things that are
yeah,
going
oh yeah,
on. There's a banging Louisiana Widow Sons playlist or album out in the ether right now
buddy.
that's making its rounds.
I'm telling. I'm telling you right now, I was sitting in my camper and I can't tell you the amount of motorcycles going by blaring that shit. Like they are fucking blaring it
Yeah.
out here in Louisiana. I fucking
Yeah.
love it, buddy.
Dude, let's
Yeah,
go,
they are blaring
baby.
it, buddy.
Cool.
You fucking nailed them songs, buddy. The
Yeah,
state
yeah, yeah.
president for Louisiana. I let him listen to the pot to the list, and he's like, "Man, can we get that on after the band comes off?" And I'm like, "Yes, we can."
Yeah. Let's go. Cool, man. Yeah,
So
I wanted to
we
really
gonna be
yeah, I
playing
wanted to
that.
good. I wanted to give Louisiana their like just their anthem, you know, just something for those boys, right? You
Yeah.
know, close the year out right. That's awesome,
Play it in
man.
the
So
back for everyone to hear.
that's awesome. Love that. And man, I've been getting a lot of rumors that there's a Widow Son's Christmas album coming out soon. I don't know. Now that Halloween's over with and the Christmas parties are going to start up, I think I just heard some rumors in the grapevine that there's a Widow Son's Christmas album coming.
Oh yeah?
Yep.
You did you hear the jingles? You hear the jingles are coming?
Yeah,
Santa's
yeah,
coming.
yeah,
Santa's coming,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. And by the way, Santa was a master mason and he got branded.
Oh, he did. I do remember Bad Santa.
Yeah. All right, hey man, I don't want to keep you too long. How about you go ahead and close us out of here, and we'll wrap this up.
All right, all right, all right. Well, I just gotta say, as it gets cold, go out and see your brothers. Call your brother. Go out and go to the closest rally you can before the season's too long, before the season ends. Um, Other than that, brother, I fucking love doing this podcast with you. I'm gonna go live probably sometime tomorrow again. So keep an
Yes.
eye on our Facebook, and keep an eye on our Facebook and Spotify for our new Christmas album coming out. And other than that, brother, do you have anything on your desk before we close?
Uh, brother, hey, same things I want to highlight. Love doing this podcast. Love the feedback from everybody. We're trying to keep up with
Hmm.
messaging people back. We do get a lot, so sometimes it might take a few days. You know, I'd say we're probably not commenting back on people, but I'm certainly reading it. So anything you're saying, we're
Yep.
taking it in. We really
Keep
care
up.
about it. Yeah, it matters to us. So um,
Yes, it
really
does.
appreciate all the love. But brother, hey, go enjoy that rally, man, and go live. You know, I'm watching the rally through your phone. So
Yes, sir. I will keep you updated, and I'll see you sometime tomorrow. Keep an eye on that live.
yep, sounds good. See you later, brother.
Peace out.